Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and in this one I wanted to talk to you about that I only have 8 months left until I finish high school and I'll be going into college. So these next 8 months, well, I'll talk to you why the next 2 months really count, but these next 8 months really count, and I don't want to get to the point of, I go to college and I think I've wasted just 8 months and I haven't made any progression or any business movements or anything. So that's what this video is about. But I just wanted to say thank you for joining along, thank you for watching the video, for you being part of the journey. It means the absolute world to me, and I thank you all so much for that. So to start with, I'm on my journey, I'm trying to get towards my version of success, and the way that I'm doing it is I'm currently trying to grow my advertising company, which is where we do meta ads, we do AI and automation into sort of creators' DMs to try and grow them with a strategy and everything else that comes alongside with that. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, and that's how I'm trying to grow. So I'm doing DMs and outreach and that kind of idea, but that's not really what this video is about. That was just a brief background on what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to get towards my version of success. I talk about it a lot, saying I'm going to get there on a die trying. I'm not going to give up on it. It's something I'm so passionate about and something I'm more than ready to go on. I'm more than ready to put in the discipline, the effort that's required to get there. I know it's going to be hard, but I will get there, trust me. And I can only thank you all for being a part of it. So, to start with, 8 months until I go to college. I finish school in 8 months, and by that time I'd like to be in somewhere completely different from now, because I'm making £0 per month right now, but I hope that changes by the time I go to college. But these next 2 months count especially, because if I have 8 months, if nothing changes within the next 2 months, whether it's content progression or better business moves, or if I actually sign a client, that'd be absolutely amazing. But these next 2 months, if nothing changes within that, that means I only have half a year left. And I know that may seem like that's loads and loads of time, but to me it really doesn't. It seems like I'm up against the clock and I need to try my absolute hardest to gain my first client or make any advancements with the content or anything else related. So that's why these next 2 months are really crucial, because if nothing happens within these next 2 months, then that means I've got half a year to try and get towards my version of success before I go to college. What I'm not saying here is that I'm going to achieve everything before I go to college, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that when I'm at college I'm going to have achieved my full version of success, but I'd just like to be somewhere completely different to now. That's something I'd love and that's what I'm striving for. So that's what this video is about. It's so crucial that I do get there within these next few months, and I just need to give it my all, because I do not want to look back in 8 months and say I've wasted all that time. So the actions I'm going to be taking moving forward is not wasting any time. I'm going to constantly try and do business methods, or constantly trying different ideas on how to grow on content or business or anything else related. And that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to be documenting the whole thing on here on my YouTube, my social media, and just showing the way that I'm within these next 8 months and throughout the whole of my sort of journey, entrepreneur journey, showing the way that I get from A to B. And that's what it's all about for me. It's all about the documentation, showing that I was disciplined, I was determined throughout, and had a real passion for something that I was doing. And I hope that comes through in the videos, and I hope that maybe that inspires you to start something of your own as well. Because if there's one piece of advice I could give, and not that I'm an expert on talking from loads of experience, because I really haven't achieved my version of success yet, but if there's one piece of advice I could give to anyone, it's that just get started with it. It's the only way to learn, and it's the best way to grow. And in terms of the potential client, if you've been following along with that journey, they have sort of ghosted me now. I'm not too sure if it is like a proper ghost, because I sent a message about 3 days ago asking them how they're finding the content plan and if it's helping them, or if they need to adjust anything, or if I need to adjust anything to sort of fit them a bit better, if that makes sense. But I haven't heard any replies, so I can't say it's an official ghost. It's only been about 3 days. But if this continues, I'm going to message them again and see how we go from there. But it's not looking too hopeful, if I'm honest. I haven't seen any other posts that I planned or anything on that content plan being put out as well. So that was just kind of a brief side note. But yeah, this video is all about these next 8 months. I have to change myself, my content, my business, or all three is kind of the key idea there. There's something I need to actually do within these next few months. It really counts, and now's the point where I'm getting to the point of thinking something needs to change now, and now's the point where it really counts. So I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to give it my absolute all. So I thank you all so much once again for being part of the journey. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you very much for watching the video. I will catch you in the next one.